All right, Shalom. Shalom, giving all praises, all glory, all honors unto Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushua, by Hashem Kodash. Double honors to the apostles, the bishops, the great millstone. Peace and blessings to the 144,000, the rest of the hopeful elect. This is the brother Tazaiwan from GMS Atlanta. Back with another edifying video. And what I have here is this was a post. Well, first, this is from Mastercard.com. All right. We know that Mastercard is one of the major financial institutions that deal with credit cards, debit cards, that pretty much, supply the banks with the different cards for, buying and selling. And this article was a part of a link posted by the brother Yao out there in the UK, in London. And I said, you know what, I'm going to do a video on this because I had never seen this information. And that brother puts out a lot of good videos on the MOTB and how the financial system around the world is changing to a more digital system with, digital payments and CBDCs. And I said, well, this is a good bit of info from the horse's mouth themselves. And so this is an article on the evolution of touch-free. And when it's saying touch-free, meaning the way of touch-free payments. For thousands of years, we've always dealt with gold and silver, either the actual minerals or they were converted into coins, which made it easier for trade and travel. And then we have the paper notes, the paper currency, which would be certificates. Like in the U.S., they previously had a gold and silver certificate. I believe also the pound in the UK was also like a certificate as well. And then of course you had the different paper currencies and coins around the world. And then things changed in the 60s and 70s with these different cards and credit cards being introduced. So instead of pulling out paper money and coins for every purchase, you could pull out a card and that would build credit within this new system that was, being introduced for, citizens in the U.S. And Mastercard was a part of that. So this is evolution of touch-free. Now, all of this is leading to the MOTB, which is the RFID NFC implant, which is a micro C-hip that can hold financial information, school records, medical records, legal history, criminal records, your job access, all of that can be contained in the micro C-hip in these implants. All right, whether it's via the Neuralink, or you can put it in your hand. That is the mark of the beast written in Revelation the 13th chapter, 16th verse. So now it says evolution of touch-free, Mastercard.com. It says right now, pre-World War tech is shaping a payment revolution. Basically saying before, I guess, the last major world war, which is World War II, the world was, doing trade by gold and silver or certain commodities or paper currency and coins. But now things are changing. It says contactless and touch-free has gone from novelty to necessity in no time at all, thanks to accelerating innovation. And who's accelerating the innovation of this technology? Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. It's all coming from the Lord. It says, today, newer tech is changing how we live and work. Who knows where tomorrow may lead? One thing is clear. As time goes on, the right technology and the right partner will be more important than ever for merchants. Mastercard's white label solutions and digital enablement allow every business to ride the wave of innovation with minimal cost. And I remember it was years ago, it'll be around 2010, 2011. I had got one of these marketing gigs, little direct marketing gigs. And I pretty much, had to go around to different merchants and upsell the new card machines. Because at that time, everything was changing over from, swiping your credit or your debit card. Everything was changing over to, inserting the chip, right? And people don't, shoot, that came and went. Remember that? They was putting the EMV chips in the debit cards, and then you go to the machine reader and you insert your card, insert your chip, and after a few seconds, then you pull it out. Now you just tap and go. That came and went within about 5 years. So technology has moved forward very quickly, man. To now we got these different smartphones and smartwatches and wearables and smart necklaces and smart TVs, You can go on your TV and you can download apps and, pretty much use it just like your phone, except for call. But you can, I believe certain TVs, you can have certain messages pop up on your phone. But you can, stream your phone screen to your TV, and you can, do it that way. So technology has increased. Let me get a scripture, because that's something that's very important, right? Where it talks about here in Daniel, the 12th chapter, the time of the end. That's important when it comes to these end time prophecies, as I was about to say. So this is Daniel 12:4. But thou, O Daniel, shut up the words and seal the book, even to the time of the end. So the words of the scriptures were shut up for a time period until the end times, which that's where we currently are in the prophetic timeline. Okay, it says many shall run. Excuse me, I don't want to hold the mic. It says many shall run to and fro, and knowledge shall be increased. So that's what we see happening. We see happening around the world, different things. People are able to take one flight. Well, first of all, we could ride in the air. He wasn't riding in the air during the time of Daniel. All right, but there was no such thing as an aeroplane. The only thing they saw were chariots, birds and chariots, and other flying animals. It says, but now we can, and of course ships, but now we can take a flight on a machine, a man-made machine, from one country and one side of the earth to the next in a number of hours, as opposed to traveling from one region of a kingdom to the next could take a number of days. All right, but what does it say? And knowledge shall be increased. So knowledge, with increased knowledge comes increased innovation, comes increased creativity. People invent things, and you get technology. Okay? So that's what we're seeing in these last days. Okay? So going back to dealing with this here, evolution of touch-free. Now it says in the past, we had smarter payments, right? It says the story of touch-free starts nearly 50 years ago. So just within 50 years, okay, 48 at this point, Mastercard's founding helps create the EMV standards that allow secure payments worldwide. Meanwhile, the invention of RFID, radio frequency identification, enabled fast, contactless one-way communication, while smart cards with integrated circuits provided the right medium for a new generation of payments. So this technology is really old technology. I don't remember having EMV inserting your chip cards in the early 2000s, in the 90s. All right, but they, I guess, well, let me read here. It says 1966, Interbank, which was when Mastercard was founded. 1975, first smart card prototype created. So they've been working on this since the 70s. This smart technology, smart payments. 1983, first patent for RFID granted. So who gave these Edomites, because they're the ones that founded these companies and these banks, who gave them this technology? Well, it was Yahweh Bashmiah Shai. He did it, right? Through, them working their witchcraft, through Satan on the left-hand side of the Lord. The order that he set up on the left-hand side, that's how Esau got this technology. Which, like the Apostle Hart always said, this is old technology. Urim and Thummim. The ancient priests would use these stones, the Urim and Thummim, and they would be able to get information that they needed from the heavens. Like on certain occasion, a priest would, if they had to settle a matter, they would look into the Urim and Thummim, and the Lord would give them an answer. Now on the left-hand side, you got crystal balls, and I remember shaking the 8-ball and getting the answer. Oh, that's witchcraft, man. But the Lord would do it on the right-hand side through the priests. Like the ancient internet. Like now we can go into Google, type in, what we need information on, and it gives us the answer. So this technology was given to Esau, to the Edomites, from Yahweh Bashmiah Shai. Now it says in 1993 to 94, all French bank cards come with a chip These what it says EMV standard introduced. Okay. So this is the beginning. This is the beginning of these different technologies being put into these cars, and this is the early '90s. Now, I will look this up. I'm gonna have to do a little bit more research on this and see, the different French cards, because I haven't seen this technology, until we came into truth. But anyway, so it says birth of touch-free. Mobile creates speed pass. Mobile, I believe this is going back to like mobile gas. So that company's reach is more than just, petrol stations or gas stations. It says mobile creates speed pass using RFID to let truckers rapidly pay for fuel. Okay, right, going to gas or fuel. So this is what they use. And get back on the road following the first human RFID implants. Yeah, there was a video that I did about this guy in 98. I believe his name was Kevin Warwick, and he implanted the implant in his hand in the late 90s. I believe to open some office building or a couple of doors, and that was like the first time someone was able to like use that technology, or that was one of the first times that the technology was being used as far as him as an implant. So that does definitely go back to the 90s. It says Mastercard investigates their use in payments. So for RFID implants, and RFID is refined into near field communication. NFC is the core of modern contactless, allowing two-way chat between card, smartphone, wearable, and payment terminal. So this is why when you say that, when you hear when you hear the apostles say that they knew about this technology, back in the 90s, well, these are the things that was being developed back then. Matter of fact, myself, when I was young, when I was a kid, I knew that the MOTB would have to be some kind of micro C-hip, right? But I was thinking like, well, you can't put a credit card in your hand, because I remember asking my father, and he was like, he didn't know. So this technology, rumors of this technology has been around for a long time. Okay, but we're just seeing it manifest in the real world. What, about 25, almost 30 years later? That's that gradualism that Esau uses to prep the public for big changes. But now that gradualism is speeding up. Okay. It says in 97, we had the Speed Pass RFID payments introduced in the U.S., and this was for truckers. 2001, RFID implanted within humans. So that technology started to be tested in humans. Now, I believe it was 2003, 2004, and there's a video clip on YouTube, and I have put it up on one of my channels before in the past. And the apostles go to this all the time too. Go into it all the time. You had the Very Chip Company in 2003, 2004, and they had the Jacobs family, so-called white family, and they were testing the technology out of putting the implants in a family. So that's real. So this goes back, well, almost 2000, almost 25 years. Okay, 20 years. It says, so you had the technology implanted. Now, 2003 says Mastercard investigates payment by implant. So now, looking at this timeline, we can see why the end didn't come in the year 2000. Okay? Because the technology of the MOTB had to be developed. But the scriptures say, because One West and these guys like Vocab Malone and certain other Christians and people try to say that, start with the Apostle Har, of course, and then other men of One West were saying that Babylon the Great would be destroyed and, the Israelites would be delivered before the year 2000, and that didn't happen. But the reason why it didn't happen was because prophecy had to be fulfilled. The MOTB prophecy, Mark of the Beast, has to be fulfilled before the destruction of this place and the Messiah returns, Yahushua. Okay? So there was a reason. So you have 2006, first NFC-enabled phone, Nokia 6131 NFC. So they were putting these chips in these phones. All right, but they weren't tying it to payments yet. It was just the technology was, being developed, like putting the tracking chips in dogs and cats. And I've done videos on that, showing that really they're testing out this technology on your pets, coming to and throughout the country. You got to have a microchip in your pet at certain borders, and they're making it mandatory in certain places around the world for your pets to have an implant. So they're testing out your pets, but they're about to move to humans. And they're already making that move with Neuralink, an Elon Musk company. So it says 2007. Now we're going to start seeing the rapid increase of this technology being utilized and developed, because this is when the prophets, the men of the Lord, Great Millstone, and other Hebrew Israelite groups, come on to YouTube. It says the first UK contactless payment card launched, Barclay Card One Pulse. So they're continuing to develop this technology. All right. Yeah. Now, so 2007 onwards. So when you hear the apostles say they knew about certain things in the early 2000s and the 90s, we can see the timeline of this technology being developed. So how are they wrong? But we got to give Israel a visual, and this is provided by Mastercard themselves. Present, chasing convenience, recognizing the opportunities of NFC, payment companies release their own contactless solutions, different companies using what people are already carrying. Payment moves from a wave of a card to a wave of a phone, watch, or bracelet. Yeah, the wearable smartwatch revolution. Still, companies look towards greater convenience with solutions like biometrics and implants, and that's why I do a lot of videos on biometrics. And of course, we go on and do videos on the implants, and we tie all this stuff together. Okay, I just did a video on the biometric surveillance state that's emerging in the UK, and then that's coming around the world. And this is, a real thing. Digitizing the world, digitalization, the fourth industrial revolution, the Great Reset. All of that ties into the coming of the MOTB and everyone being a part of this Internet of Things, Internet of Bodies system. All right, and that includes AI, because AI is going to be the watchman, over the system that the elites is introducing. It says, still, companies look towards greater convenience with solutions like biometrics and implants, though greater concerns are soon to arrive. Right, so they got to work out the kinks of what's right, what's wrong, how does it fit here, can you hack it? So 2014, Apple Pay US release. 2015, Android Pay and Samsung Pay release. 2017, Fitbit Pay introduces wearable payments via RFID chips. 2019, NatWest trials first biometric payment card. And I could say from 2007 to about 2014, 15, even us here that came into the truth from YouTube, I'll say for us here at GMS, for all those years, those, 6 or 7 years, everybody was scoffing and talking crap about GMS and what we were saying about the MOTB, till certain people started to see, well, wow, they can, make you pay with your phone, and, the technology started to emerge, okay? Now, you still got Israelite groups that break down Revelation 13:16 the wrong way, and they're set up as stumbling blocks, because, you can't have, well, I say the Lord, he doesn't want everyone to have this truth. But we're seeing a lot more of this type of technology increase. Okay? It says a world of touch-free, present. So with the C virus pandemic arriving, right, 2020, the need for fast, secure, and convenient payments have never been quite so obvious. So this is when they really started to introduce that great reset because of this crisis, which was around the world. Adoption of contactless increased massively. Right, this is when they were saying, there's a change shortage or a coin shortage. We're not taking any bills larger than 20. Oh, you have to introduce card only, or if you pay with cash, it has to be exact cash, exact change. So buying and selling changed right then. It says adoption of contactless increased massively, while innovation on biometrics and implants got us closer to truly touch-free and convenient payments, with Mastercard, Amazon, and others launching their solutions. And I believe it was also in, 2015, 2016, maybe even 2017 is when Elon Musk founded Neuralink. So this biometric implant technology was being developed. I'll say it was really starting to be introduced and developed quickly from, around 2014, 2015 till now. So about 10 years, all right, the last 10 years. So 2020, right, it says the spread of the virus, contactless card limit increased. Contactless card limit increased in multiple countries. Business merchant digitization accelerated. This is what we've been saying. We're seeing the image of the beast start to take shape. They had the power, right? Because of this pandemic, they now had the power to make an image to the beast, a new system to reset everything, starting with the major change was financially, okay? Business and merchant digitization accelerated. Amazon launches Amazon One, palm-based biometric payments and entry. And I believe because they had, I believe, Amazon had bought Whole Foods around this time. So the Pastor Hard had went into Whole Foods and showed the machine where they can scan your palm. So this is real. And other brothers have too. Present also technology meets desire. Payment Services Directive 2, PSD2, allows enhanced data transfers, making new solutions possible. Right? So that grapho, right, which is the writings, the information, and the communications of this technology was developed and more advanced, got enhanced and increased. It says right now demand for convenient touch-free payments has never been higher, and wearables and medical implants are increasingly common and able to read biometrics. It says with the right technology, merchant side, so once they get the infrastructure set up for the businesses, right, buying and selling, and MPGs as a partner, completely invisible touch-free payments will be possible soon. We're going to see the MOTB be introduced. It's coming, okay? Which is an implant. I hope you Israelites are paying attention. You so-called Black, Hispanics, and Native Americans, right? And even among the other nations, so-called white people. Hey, this is what they're doing in the earth. This is from Mastercard. And believe that if they can change how you buy and sell and trade and you pay for things, then they can control how they track you too. And that's what I was going into in the first video this morning. It says 2021, Mastercard launches biometric payment cards. Right, those fingerprint cards. So we can start seeing that really take shape over here too. You know, certain banks might introduce a new, especially with these certain banks and, you know, certain places being shut down, right? They introduce a new biometric card. A Swedish firm develops implants for worldwide payments. And I believe that Swedish firm is Walletmore. But you can look that up, right? Just look up Swedish firm develops implants, right, for payments. And then see what comes up. But I believe that's Walletmore. Okay. FCA consulting on increasing contactless card limit. So, right, so, you know, these machines got to change again. And certain agencies have to, you know, certain legal parameters and things got to be put on the books. PSD2 deadline. So that was a certain directive project they had in place. And now it says future, touch-free, cash-free. It says 2021 to 2029. So this is what we're looking for within the next 6 or 7 years. No, 5 years. All right, 2024 to 2029. Yeah, 5 years. It says wearables allow biometric payments using your heartbeat. So that's being developed now between 2021 and 2029. And so they can definitely use the Neuralink in your brain to have you, you know, buy and sell, because they'll just say, oh, okay, well, you know, if you just think to pay, and, you know, you'll pay. Because now they got these Neuralink patients can think to open emails and play video games. Well, imagine if they want to think to buy a PS6, right, or Xbox 4.0, you know. Think to pay for groceries. This is what they're doing, you know, developing. It says merchant side biometrics introduced. So they, you know, here it is. You come to these cash registers and these checkout terminals and self-checkout lines. And, instead of inserting your card into the ATM machine, you just put your hand over it, or you touch your fingerprint, or even, they scan your eye, iris scans, right, at these businesses. That's the merchant side. It says smartwatches replace smartphones, wearables. So instead of smartphones, you can just do everything from the watch. And every kid remembers, from the Dick Tracy watch to, I remember the Power Rangers watch, to what, the Jetsons, having these watches, these smart watches, was like the future. You thought you was like, an advanced human with this technology. Now we're living in the future. Flying cars, and they developing those too. Anyway, so that's what they want to be able to do, is replace the smartphone for smart watches, right? Wearables. So this goes into the Internet of Bodies. Okay, look that up, Internet of Bodies. And you can do, hey man, you can, I had this one smartwatch. I was watching camp videos. I believe I could tie it into to YouTube, and I could watch like a smaller, version, like a smaller rate video of, the video from Saturday's camp, or watch other YouTube videos on my smartwatch. So everything you can do on your phone, go online, talk, text, all that can be on your phone. Imagine FaceTiming on your phone. That's going to really change the game. Anyway, it says medical implant usage continues to rise. All right, and these implants are medical implants. It's not just talking about heart transplants and breast implants, BBLs. No, it's talking about these Neuralink medical implants. Okay, these brain-computer interfaces, and then you have the future. So it says convenience and security continue to improve for touch-free payments with technology, allowing wearable and implant payments from further away, and authentication using biometrics getting smarter through what? Through AI, artificial intelligence. Payment gateways and partners adapt to the new demand, meaning merchant terminals are compliant out of the box, meaning as soon as these merchants get this new technology, the AI can configure to their system. They tie it into their network, surveillance, and all of that to, the new cash register systems, with the AI, and then, people can buy and sell. See, this makes a lot more sense than saying that the MOTB is sending all its forms. Come on, man. It says physical payments give way to a new touch-free era. So, so Esau got this thing lined up for the next 25 years, man. But the Lord's going to make it come way quicker than that. 2030 to 39, 2040 to 49. Hey, look. But this is what we're seeing, it's even being started now. Mastercard launches first invisible payments with implants. Wearables and biometrics become main way to pay. All of this is a part of the fourth industrial revolution, the Internet of Things, Internet of Bodies. That's really the next step. They really already got Internet of Things. Everything can connect to the internet. Your refrigerator, your damn dishwasher, your washer and dryer, your microwave, your car. That's the Internet of Things. But the Internet of Bodies, that's where these biometrics come into play. It says enabled by the right payment partners, merchants worldwide accept touch-free. And then it says cash use drops to near zero. And they really want to phase it all the way out. And this is the Mastercard symbol, which is like two suns. Payment gateway services. And the gateway to what? The MOTB. So here you are. This is a timeline, historical timeline. What is the evolution of touch-free? Going from cards to the biometric implant, which is a charagma in Revelation 13:16, the MOTB. So I read this again, Daniel 12:4. But thou, O Daniel, shut up the words and seal the book, even to the time of the end. Many shall run to and fro, and knowledge shall be increased. Okay? So we're seeing that knowledge and that technology being increased just within the last 10 years or 5 years. Okay? Let's go to Revelation 13. Well, let's go to Revelation 3 first. This is Revelation chapter 3 and verse 10. Because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I also will keep thee from the hour of temptation. So what's coming? The hour of temptation, the time of testing, where the MOTB biometric implant will be introduced, and that's going to be soon. And all these Israelite groups are going to scramble and try to find some kind of way to wiggle out of saying GMS was right, man. And they're either going to get with the program, or they're going to lead their followers into a ditch, them and their followers. It says, which shall come upon all the world, right, the globe, the whole planet, to try them that dwell upon the earth. Behold, I come quickly. Hold that fast which thou hast, that no man take thy crown. Don't let these Israelites groups, IUIC, HOI, ISUBK, that talk they crap about GMS, don't let them take your crown, because they're clearly going off. Sakari, well, they teach that the MOTB is the microchip implant, really more so like IUIC, ISUBK. But these other groups, Brothers of the Way, or whatever that group is called, that Brothers is getting on now, the new flavor of the day. Okay, they're gonna get you caught up. The time is coming. All right, the time of testing. All right. Revelation 13:16. And he causes all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a MARK in their right hand or in their foreheads. That's what we're talking about in biometric implants. That no man might buy or sell, right? You got to have that technology in your body. Save he that had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. Okay? And that's going to be tied to this system. Here is wisdom, let them that have understanding count the number of the beast, which is the revival of the Roman Empire, NATO, America, the EU. For it is the number of a man, Esau, the Edomites, so-called white man, the banking families, and his number is 600, 6. And that number, when you look at the symbols, they all tie into pricking or piercing. Okay, I did a video on this too a few weeks back. Okay, and then what's the judgment for taking the MOTB? Because it's not sin. It ain't sin, because we're already sinners. We're trying to be delivered from this sinful flesh. So I don't know what Bishop General Grand High Chief Nathaniel's talking about. It says doom for worshippers of the beast. Revelation 14 and 9. And the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast in his image and receive his mark in his forehead or in his hand, the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of the heavenly Father, which is poured out without mixture, into the cup of his indignation. So you're going to feel the Lord's wrath, his anger. And he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone. That's the nuclear missiles. That's why we say, the apostles have been saying, leave America. Because if you're over here on Babylon the Great, you're going to be destroyed if you take that biometric implant, which is the MOTB. It says, in the presence of the holy angels, so the angels, in the chariots, so-called UFOs, they're going to be watching. In the presence of the Lamb, Yahweh Shah himself, they're going to be watching. That's going to be a show. You don't want to take part in that. Verse 11, and the smoke of the torment ascendeth up forever and ever, and they have no rest day nor night, who worship the beast in his image, and whosoever receiveth the mark of his name. So if you take it, that's going to be your ass, Mr. Postman. All right. Revelation 14 and 12. Here is the patience of the saints. The saints are Israelites, and Israelites only, of the elect. Here are they that keep the commandments of the Most High. Who were the commandments given to? The Israelites, and the Israelites only. And the faith of Yahweh Shai. And who did Yahweh Shai die for? When you read Acts the 5th chapter, it says that he died for the Israelites. And the Israelites believe in and have faith in their Savior, Yahweh Shai. Okay? So, I'm going to end it here. I hope this was an edifying lesson. The water to the brother Yahweh Khan. I think he did a video on this like a year ago. But I clicked the link that he just recently put up on this video from this morning. And I said, you know what? I'm going to speak on this, man. Because this is Yapa beautiful info for the elect out here. All right, evolution of touch-free. And as you can see, everything within the last 50 years is leading to the implant technology. Okay. Wearables, biometrics, payment implants. All right, the MOTB, the implant, that's the goal. So with that, I'll say shalom.